Welcome to the Best 5 Minute Wine Podcast with Forrest Kelly.
Owner and winemaker Jennie Murphy of Oxlee Graham Wines.
Yeah, I definitely have that creative side that I think winemaking really kind of fulfills both my nerdy science side and my creative side.
Best 5 Minute Wine Podcast.
So can I ask you this? So it sounds like between Corbel and the other winery, you have a science side to you that you want to go into forensics, but you obviously have a creative side, wasn't being fulfilled. So I think both those things are being fulfilled with your winery.
Yeah.
And I don't mean any disrespect when I say this to Corbel, but it's, in your description, it kind of sounds like they're the McDonald's of wine. They're trying to make it precise, because that's one of the things that I think is the success of McDonald's. You can go into a McDonald's in California or one in New York and you're getting the same product because it's the process. But with you don't seem to mind if even the same wine comes out a little different each year.
That is, I think, the smaller wineries, that tends to be that it's a little bit easier to make wine that way, but it is more creative and more fun because you don't have sort of that, what you're kind of trying for every year doesn't have to be the same. It can be better. It can be different. You can kind of grow as you figure out how the vineyard likes to perform and what barrels work well with it. And so I think there's always these incremental improvements you can make every year, which is really exciting as a winemaker. But yeah, I definitely have that creative side that I think winemaking really kind of fulfills both my nerdy science side and my creative side. But I actually almost double majored in college in drama and chemistry, but I couldn't fit all the lab time in. So I had
Truth
to pick.
Comes out.
Yeah. So, and I went to Performing Arts High School where I grew up in San Jose. So there's definitely that creative side to me that I like all of that marketing and the labels and the package and, just coming up with unique wines that I think are really exceptional.
Tell us where you are in California.
So I make the wines in Sonoma County, California. Santa Rosa is where the winery. I'm currently in the motion of moving my production from Sebastopol to Santa Rosa. But it's all in Sonoma County.
And that's wine country, just, south of wine country?
It is the heart of Sonoma County wine country. It is just to the west of Napa.
And then your vineyards that you work with, who are they?
So I work with, up in Mendocino, I work with Alder Springs Vineyard, which is pretty well known, and there's a lot of producers making wine from there. They grow so many different varietals. Stu, the owner, he is a perfectionist, and his fruit is great, and his team is great. So it's really fun working with them. In Sonoma County, I have a few different vineyards. I have one in the Petaluma Gap region called Gap's View, one in Russian River Valley, Occidental area called Tenuta Ridge, where both of those are Pinot Noir. And the Albarino Vineyard is also in Russian River, kind of in Windsor area. The other Sonoma County vineyard is Fountain Grove District, McCoy Vineyard, which is where the Petit Verdot comes from. And then the furthest south vineyard is my Santa Cruz Mountains vineyard, Galley, which grows Pinot Noir.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I was just looking at the website and the pictures of the vineyards, which kind of surprised me that they were actually on hills.
Yes, I like cool climate. So that's kind of one of the things I look for when I'm looking for a new site. Some of the different varietals like Albarino, I have less choice, but I really was lucky to find Russian River because it's a lot cooler than a lot of places that varietal is grown. But I like cool climate. I like hillsides. So it's really fun to kind of scout vineyards. And I'm choosing vineyard partners. Most of them are family owned, smaller kind of run vineyards that you can really get to know the people that are farming it and, know that they're doing right by the land and the people that they have helping.
Right.
So,
and it's a little easier because they're family owned, a little easier to align with what your vision is with theirs. And
yes.
Yeah, don't have to go through corporate loopholes. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, I was just curious, what wine pairs well with the Best 5 Minute Wine Podcast?
What wine I should be drinking while I'm doing my 5-minute wine podcast?
Correct. Do you have a suggestion?
I would drink my white blend. I have a beautiful white blend from Alder Springs Vineyard that's Chenin Blanc and Picpoul Blanc. And it's just a really fun middle of the day wine to kind of enjoy your podcast.
Good answer. So she's saying that we also align with fish, Doug.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, good point.
From Sauvignon to Merlot, we look for adventure at wineries around the globe. The best wine